Tell me how you feel when communicating in English in classroom.
So, communicating in English in the classroom for me, I think it between the lecturer and the students, and also it's only about the material which is being learned at that time. But for some classes, like speaking class, I think it's also it is I really like speaking. I really like speaking class because the class makes me more um, active in producing and also in practicing English. So uh, maybe for some classes it's only standard communicating. I mean only for instruction. Only the teacher only gives the instruction to do that, to do this, and but for the speaking class or maybe also listening class, it is more effective. So it depends on the class, but some of them are really good, but some of them are also good, but not that effective.
But we should remember that the communicating it is not only just speaking.
Yes.
What about writing class?
Writing since writing is writing, so writing class is also effective, I think. It depends on the topic that is being learned at that time, but writing class is also one of the but in writing class it's also communicating but in written text. So I think it's also effective but not in the you know in not in the spoken. So but it's also effective now.
Yep.
When do you think your willingness to communicate in English increased in classroom? When?
When maybe for example about the environment, about the materials, about the lectures, about the topic that you would like to
Yes.
talk about.
When did I think? When the topic is no. Actually, I really like English. So every topic, not every, but most of topic in the English education department, I think it's most of them are most of the topics are triggered me to have a effective communication in English, since I really want to develop my skill, my English proficiency. So I think because of I really like English since I was in elementary school.
I see.
Yes, so most of the topic, most of the class make me want to have the good communication in English, good skill in English.
Tell me how you feel when communicating in English outside the classroom.
When?
Yeah, for
Tell
example,
me.
this is related to the informal digital learning environment. So you may use such kind of digital thing.
So outside the classroom, actually, the first time I really used English outside the classroom when I was in maybe junior or senior. K-pop. It's in Twitter. I used to tweet in English. Even though at that time I do not know that it is correct English or not. But most of my friends, because of its international fans, so I have to communicate with them. I read many tweets in English, so I have I have more motivation to have to understand what they're saying. So I also want to produce the, like I will read the, I mean, I read many tweets of English in English about the information regarding to K-pop. So I also many times at that time, not at that time, until now actually, use English in my Twitter, even in my Instagram, even in my another social media. So most of them are in English, but the first time was actually when I knew K-pop. So Twitter, it was the first social media that made me uh, that made me that make insist me to produce tweets in English after the classroom. But
What about playing game?
playing games,
Uh-huh.
since I love playing games, but not that much.
Uh-huh.
But for me, not really. But I have friends also that he is really love in playing game, and he said that my vocabulary is increased because of that.
I
He
see.
said that I always play game all the time. He said like that. But outside the classroom again, when I was in another country, in a month,
Next,
next
then,
again.
uh, um, yeah. What kind of informal digital learning of English activities you often practice besides having a chat in Twitter? What about
Actually,
YouTube or
yes,
something else?
YouTube
Or
also. I like to give comments in the YouTube. The maybe music video of the K-pop, or maybe also the like vlog of the people from another country. I like to give comment if I like that video, or maybe I want to comment the video. I always use English. So for YouTube, yes. For Facebook, of course, since I have, the program that I was joined before in Philippines, made all of my friends there use are using Facebook. Most of them are using Facebook, so I always use Facebook when chatting with them, when they contacted me, when we have communication. Yeah, uh, Facebook is also, and also Line. But in Line, not that much for me.
No
I
Line.
think, yeah. WhatsApp, WhatsApp, also, yeah. Since I also contact my friends from another country, use WhatsApp also sometimes.
Okay.
Email,
I see.
yeah,
So,
email
uh-huh,
also.
but,
Yeah, email, I think.
yeah. Then tell me sorry, how you felt when you communicate in English in either context?
Um, how I felt. Actually, how I felt in communicating with English in the digital
In informal digital learning
informal digital
learning
learning
environment.
environment. Actually, it depends on to whom I contact, with whom I contact with. I mean, like if person that uh, the person that I contact is the, like, maybe lecturer, like, yeah, I will be more anxious actually, since I have to use formal English. I cannot use the informal one, so I will be more anxious. But for with my friends, I think it's fun. It's really interesting, and also I really like to get motivated by that kind of communication. Yeah, I really like to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Then when do you think your willingness to communicate in English increase in either context? When?
In either context.
When maybe based on your stories, this is related to K-pop, or so that's based on your interests, your hobbies, or something else.
So recently, actually, when, yeah, there are many times actually, besides K-pop, like what I said before, the many friends of mine that still want to have close connection with me. Also ask many things with me. Also maybe on when I really want to ask I mean like this. The time is not only it's not only when in K-pop, but also when I want to have chat with many friends of mine in other country, especially Philippines and Thailand, since maybe we want to know each other. How are you? Something like that. What are you doing right now? Like that to know many things in their new life. Maybe yeah, I want to know what happened with their life, and they want to know what happened with my life. Yeah, to contact my friends from another country actually. The time.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Mbak Ariska. Yeah.
Welcome.